at. Where don't make me feel like say I'm not man enough. I no get nothing for offer. So only party when look down on me. Where don't make me feel like say my life no go become something. Yeah. And they walked away. All the people who promise for help me. They say come office today, tomorrow next tomorrow. The story not just the same, but I refuse to give up. I kept on hoping, I kept believing. Now everything don't change. Me brother see me life now. They don't get tired now. Famous standing them now. You know go fit say you don't know me now. Anytime I like a fly to Dubai now. Hey, with me baby now. Anything I like that they buy now. Turn up, cause me I let it turn down. I let it run down. I'm looking forward.
Yes, I know say as you hear this song and you hear this intro every Tuesday 8 p.m. on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, you know exactly what time it is. This is not the time for your favorite talk show, the Talk to M show, where they come to you every Tuesday on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Please not change the dial. Please just stay tuned. And we get an amazing show for you today. And we get an interesting topic we can talk about. Something the affect we all. It's a social topic, not social problem. And I think we all will be interested in, one way or the other. And we will learn together and at the same time, we go figure this thing out called life. So, if you are the first time you listen to the show and are the first time you join me, well, I done the host the show now for over a year and some change, and I designed the show for really help the next generation and coach the next generation. How? Somebody go ask me, what are you? What do you mean by coaching the next generation? Well, I am still learning. I am a student of life. I am still, traveling this path called life. And so, within me don't do, also I don't pass. I didn't ensure say I pass down that information, data experience, that knowledge day to the one day they don't. Let themselves, not make the mistakes they want to make, or let themselves travel their own path or make better choices, as to the one that we make. And so that's exactly who I am. And that's what I've been doing, and so far so good. It has been helping, and I get a lot of feedback from people here and there. I don't transform lives. People don't get scholarships, fellowships through these opportunities. People don't start businesses. More and more people are interested, and people don't change their mindsets based on everything we don't talk about now this show. And we are making progress one step at a time. And like I say, I do this show for just winning one soul, just one person. If now one person in life change, life transform from this show, I have one, and only everybody. And so, you can also be a part of the show. You can send me your text message on 079994993, or you can drop your comment on Facebook and be sure I go read them. And also video on YouTube. So if you go on the Epic Radio page on YouTube, you will see me live on YouTube, and you will witness the show live. Today, I want to talk about something where that affects we all. It's a very interesting topic and something where I don't complain about, I don't grumble about. But I think if I elevate the conversation and also take on forward, I get to do something even more beyond this conversation while they do so. The role of Papa in the lives of Pikindem. In English, the role of fathers in the life of their children or child, if not one you get. Waiting at this role of the Papa, and this are the talking from a social point of view, and they come from being a Christian, so if you get some small bias coming from a religious point of view, preferably a Christian point of view, but also they look from a holistic point of view. Go for a look at the religious aspect, go for a look at the social aspect, go for a look at other aspects here. We'll talk about waiting at the role of Papa now the beginning life. And the reason why I come up with this topic now, simply because of I talk to a lot of young people all over this country, and I keep seeing a particular pattern, and I keep observing that pattern, and it's not a good pattern. I see a lot of, especially among girls, I see a lot of girl picking their way to tell you say, I'm a man on the house, I'm a man on the take care of me, single parent. Wait, Papa, I don't know your way about it, just I don't know. Once in a while, they reach out to me. I see that pattern playing along all the time among girls, and boy picking them as well, I see that pattern playing along all the time. Say, me papa no, I'm not having me papa. I mean, mama raised me. And is that a good pattern? Is that a good thing? I think in a way we're not going to talk about because we don't normalize them. It's like it's normal, but it's not normal. And so just sit back, relax, and maybe we'll start having honest conversations with yourself as fathers. And let we look at exactly who's how they feel, who's how the problem they, and maybe I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you how to raise your kid, but I go point some things out, and Yusuf could make you will use the information and therefore do perfect introspection into your life and see exactly where you're going wrong, what you're doing not correct, and what you can do for change. Things around you. So sit back, relax. Not change the dial. You can also be part of the conversation. If I'm wrong somewhere, call me, tell me. If you have a different view, I would love to welcome that view, and maybe we can talk about it and see how we can elevate this conversation beyond what it is. Sit back, relax. When I come back, I'll continue the conversation.
I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. For this one where we live, people go come inside you life. Some go come for stay, and some go come and go. The reason why some man go stay, now only God know. The reason why some man go. Now God himself know. Me brother, me I don't go regret. If you decide for go, it's happened for a reason. Now only God know what you get for no say. It's never the end, cause the downfall of the man, no, not to the end of the life. And then they give up, and then they turn down. Every day and they turn up. See me color, it pop up. Famous and the name now.
Yeah, we're back again. And if you just join me, my name is Mulku Sulaiman Bangura. And we therefore talk about something interesting, the role of fathers in the life of children. So, first of all, I will say I'll be scheduled a guest for Cam to do on the show. For we can talk about opportunities for pursue higher education in Germany. And by the way, for studying in Germany are free for international students. So it was supposed for there for local and talk about this thing, but unfortunately, he cancelled out on me in the 9 minutes. It's hard to get used to it. Actually, you cannot get used to people canceling out on the show, but it is what it is. That's why we are here. But the show must go on, and we will continue the conversation irrespective of which happen or which not happen. So now, I therefore talk about something where really concerning to me, and I think it's been a burden. I always talk about and small corner, share with people away, way closer to me. And let me elevate conversations like this. So, waiting at the role of papa them in the lives of we picking them. Now, how I will start this conversation is this: I am a father, right? I'm a father of two. That points the mirror to myself first, because if you did talk about something, you finally you point the mirror first to yourself, look inwards, and as Michael Jackson says, change starts with you. I have to look myself in the mirror. I'm not a perfect father, and even far from it. Nobody not doing a perfect papa. Far from it. I'm not a perfect father. I mean, me and my wife would get several issues along the way. Would get several disagreements, and she has this expectation of me, and she has how things should be and must be done, but me get me own way at the approach and that kind of stuff. So I'm not a perfect father, but I try to really, in my stead as a papa, for be first of all be present. You see, that's the most important thing. First of all, be present. And within that name, I say be present. me picking them for feel like I for say from the day we them born. In fact, from the day we them mama conceive them, I should be there for them because it's no secret that you know it's no secret that when picking in mama in belly, they understand, they hear things, they learn things, and I didn't begin know them parents them, their mama and then papa. And so a very important that from that moment day, me picking realize say, okay, I like me papa day, me mama day. And so all me picking them were two picking again, like I say. And since when my mama get in belly, I'm always there. I'm always caring for for them. I didn't sure say the mama not they do any hard job. Not at all. Now they take that responsibility they off of them, and sure say um, you know, carry heavy things, exhausted in anything we they do. And those are the period, especially with the pregnancy, that the early stage where then they complain a lot, and then they get a rush of different hormones them at the period at the time, and hormonal imbalance is their friend, especially at the early stage. And so within that it translates into physically, it translates into the fact that they want different things. He will tell you say I want pepper soup, and next minute you say no, I want cassava leaf. The next minute you say no, go make plum for me. You go drink out all and I change your mind. And this is not by itself, that because of the hormonal imbalance where they occur inside your system because of the belly. And if you not get extreme patience for understanding, you not get the information for understanding, you think they're very erratic or you think they're very inconsiderate, but no, they are not by themselves. So now you as the papa, now your responsibility for understand that situation and manage them. And more so, they can be very they can be unbugging, they can tend for be very irritating, make you plabber for nothing, fanny plabber for nothing. And sometimes they can seclude themselves, go just sit down quietly, and talk to nobody. You talk to them, they get angry, they get all of these are just all of these are just signs and for say then they experience some serious immense hormonal imbalance where they don't get any control of that period there. Like I say with the belly in the early stages up to probably 3-4 months, it can be tough for them. And so I try my best to be there, and not only be there for show understanding and for be present. And as a father, that's our role, that's our responsibility. I know some man would say, this guy, how would able justify? Well, people that know me know exactly. See, I know they just talk. I do what I say, and I'm not telling you how to do it, but I will tell you exactly how to be a good father, how to be a present father. You will determine now if I am, exactly that. But the reason why they say all of this now because I really want to get to the point of having honest conversations. What are we doing, as fathers in the lives of we picking them, especially if you born girl picking? What are we doing? The effect of our absence, the effect of our negligence, the effect of our defiance, and the effect of the effect on we picking them when they born, the decisions adults we make and how they affect we picking them and how they affect society as a whole, how they affect societal norms, and how they affect them, natural habitat, how they affect their natural characteristics as picking them. All of that we will look at, we will look into. And so for me, like coming back to it, I be the type for say I'm always present. And then, ensure say I support my wife and me picking at the talk to her inside my mind belly, and let it listen to me, let it hear me, let it know say in papa day. And from the day where my mother born I'm come at this world, I'm always there. Make sure say they help mama. And one of the most beautiful things you will do for your pikin, we just born. Now for make your pikin build relationship with you. By how? put you picking, now you bear a body, you bear a chest, so that you begin a big relationship with you. It is smell you, it get used to your scent, it get used to your body, your skin to skin, and it get closer to you. That's how you build relationship with the picking. And once you start building that relationship from when you're young, from that age day, you have started doing the right thing. And not only that, if possible for the feed them, changing diapers, and then make sure say we try for cook some, and also wait you want for being naughty, make and let understand say this is not something if or do. How you do that, that's on you. But make you understand say this is not something if or do. Begin teach them. Let it begin understand, because that's how they learn. When picking can at this world, their brain is like a clean slate. Nothing or register, nothing or day. Right? So they start learning things and they start absorbing information. So now, like I say, you start from that point there going forward and build that relationship there. It is your responsibility as a father for do that day. Nobody know for do that for you. Now your responsibility. Now, let we all get this thing straight as fathers and as mortal man. That pikin not ever say one for Canada's world. That pikin not beg for say I want for Papa come bring me Canada's world. You know big. And not even choose who than I'm parents there. And not even choose when he for come. Like, I mean, he or she is innocent and not even know exactly what's going on. So you decide. You made a decision. So this is the part where we get things wrong. Most of the time, Papa them, I speak from the father's point of view now. Now, if any time talk about woman, but woman I will bring a guest, we can't talk about woman. But because being a papa, I think I get it. I can speak to this. It gets to a point in time, Usai, usually and most of the time, Papa can give you man belly and then call an accident, mistake. And so as a result of that, from that moment onwards, that's how then they approach the pregnancy. That's how they approach the pikin with the inside the belly. The pikin deserve that kind of treatment today. Being treated like an accident, being termed as a mistake? Absolutely no. Because the pikin innocent. But guess what? From where the pikin the inside our belly, the papa, they begin behave and react and act to the pikin like they are an accident. We don't get situations outside most of the time the papa go just no did it. In fact, when we get that belly day, we not married it. It make himself scarce. Some would say, they have reasons for that, right? There are no particular reasons, but some would say give reasons like this. Well, I don't know what's in for do. I'm afraid. How can I be a father? Who is the father? Some would say I'm confused, right? I don't get job. I know I don't even get sight for sleep, sight for stay. How can I take care of Pekin? And so it brings the bigger question, right? Where most people can run away from. We're not that. Are men actually afraid of commitment? Boy Pekin. We really afraid commitment? Is commitment like a thing where we don't want? We just want to live freely, do what we want for do, no answerable to nobody, no be accountable to anybody. If we for born picking self, we can breeze in and breeze out of in life how we want. We don't care. Are we like that? Are men born like that? Are we characterized like we do? We have that characteristic, or it's just a fear, right? A fear of being committed. The fear of now I have this responsibility and I make it for carry that responsibility, irrespective of whatever situation I find myself. Is it a fear or is it an innate characteristics in men? Well, that's a question where academics thinking answer, or somebody want to do research on that they can embark on a very good research on it. But if you come to the biological aspect of things, you look at things, if you look at, how it's supposed for be, the papa for always did it present now the pikin in life for make that pikin they come out fine. Why they say all of this? I'm going to go off on a tangent here willfully, so I'm going to come back to the starting point. Now, it's very important that once you start for born pikin, let it grow up in a home, in a structured home. I understand the definition is the mother and the father, they didn't know one side. And, even if they're not married, that's fine. But then they're together and then they raise the child to get together as a family. That's our definition of a home. And one will say, oh, but we get situations of say, well, the mommy and the panel there again. So how that go work if the mommy and the panel there again? Well, if the mommy and the panel there again, why the pikin for suffer and for bear the brunt and for experience the absence of the papa because of the mommy and the panel there again? Why mama did they weaponize the pikin them against them papa? Why mama did they deny access to them pikin them? But that's like I said, that's a conversation for women. But you as a father, how much have you fought or how hard have you tried for establish relationship with the pikin them? What have you done? Why are you comfortable not being involved in the life of your pikin them? As far as I'm concerned, there are no excuses. You can't convince me any other way, unless you really, really like you sick, or unless sometimes you mentally deranged, or mentally incapacitated. That's the word. I know it's the word deranged. Mentally incapacitated, or you're in prison. Even if you're in prison, you must do your best for maintain relationship through calls and stuff like that. So why they say when you born you pikin and you pikin supposed to grow up in a home? Now because the probability, this is based on research, for make pikin we grow up in a home where mama they shower with love, papa they shower, you listen what they say, listen carefully. So growing up in a home I love no day, there is an increased tendency for that pikin to come bad. So love has to be present in that home. That's critical. So you get the home, it comes with a package, not just the home. You get a home, and then you get a home where rich in love. Beside the mama, they show love to the pikin them. The papa said they show love to the pikin them. Genuine love. On a strong foundation of faith. When pikin grow up in that environment, the likelihood for that pikin they come on fine, the chances for let it come on and become successful is 10 times greater. The percentage is higher than the chances for let it come on badly. Yes, there are so many examples of that you yourself don't see. The reason why we get so many, one of the reasons why we get so many, broken men, broken women, broken boys, broken girls out there, now simply because, especially for fathers, they don't remove themselves from them beginning life from the day one. They are not present. Even if they're present, right? Even if they're present, most papa are just provider. What do I mean by provider? Most papa, when they picking small, they make sure say buy all what you need. Buying clothes, buying food, can't give mama. Turn it back and go. We begin go school, pay for school fees, buy a uniform, buy a crib, turn it back and go. As the pikin they grow, they make sure say provide what you want, and then turn it back and go. If you notice that kind of pattern there, that papa is not just provider, not a present father. A present father actually they spend time with you pikin, have conversations, hold conversations. And let me make this straight and let me make this very, very clear. Me own perspective about papa and pikin. Me pikin not to me paddy. No. Me pikin not to me paddy. However, most importantly, I want me pikin trust me for make me get conversations, make it tell me, and make it tell me from a non-judgmental point of view. And myself go approach him from a very fair point of view. And the reason why they do that is simply because I want to make me pikin understand say it's okay for make mistakes, but there are consequences for making mistakes. So that's why I say me pikin not to me friend. Because it's clear that the child in the scriptures, you see the mind of a child is I don't forget the exact scripture, the exact word, but it's filled with foolishness. The mind of a child is filled with foolishness, and usually in a king they take out the foolishness. I think it's in Proverbs. Picking them naturally, because the mind, the brain they grow, you will find them doing things away incorrect, foolishly. And so because you get for establish the fact that you pick not to party, you get for make you pick understand say this is unacceptable and correct them. And make you understand say there are consequences for a mistake. And that's just how life is. Any mistake we make in life, you face the consequence, whether you like it or not. Right? And let them begin to realize that earlier on. Because if they realize that, then go know say, okay, I should try and make less and less mistakes. Even if I make mistakes, it's acceptable, but I've already for the consequences. I've faced the consequences. That way, when they grow up with the mindset, say, I am not entitled to anything. So, the reason why they say all of this, now because I want to establish the importance, the value of a present father. Now, the life of you picking them, boy picking as well as girl picking. And that we not see recently. Too many cases of single parents. Too many cases. When you meet boy picking them, you meet girl picking them. Wait, papa. They in business. I don't know. They just they know more. I can go find out one say. Wait, ready? Is sending money for pay school fees. When you dig deep, you ask questions. Then you go hear stories like the mommy na take na me and allow me not see me picking. And allow me not be responsible for me picking. And weaponize the relationship for keep me out of a picking life. And then if you continue further on, you get situation outside, the man go say, that man I not like her again, we don't part. And so because I don't get anything for do with them, let it take care of a picking. Let me and I picking and why you go do that? As a man, why you are abandoning picking like that? Why? So that's the first scenario. A scenario wherein you the man, born in picking, beautiful child, you know, ask for Kana this world. But if you don't Kana not the world, you abandon them because you and the mommy not get misunderstanding. Or you and the mommy, you don't want the mommy again. And so what's in there happen now? You did transfer you agony, you did transfer you acrimony, you did transfer you hate, you anger of the mommy to the innocent child, the innocent pikin. We actually need him, Papa, for make it become a better person in society. Why would you do that to your child? Especially against girl pikin, because the first love of every girl pikin is Papa. That ain't a natural phenomenon. That is, you left me go ask anybody. It's a natural thing. It's genealogy. The relationship between the girl and Papa is inexplicable. I can't explain it. No ask me, I no sabi. It's just natural. Your absence, they deny that picking in first love. And that is why when they grow up or become teenagers, they start struggling with identity issues. They don't understand what is true love because they've never seen it, witnessed it, or felt it. Because their papa, not daddy, for sure them that lovely. And you as the papa, in most cases, I need to say all cases, though, in most cases, now you choose for you move yourself now the picking life, or because you and the mommy now get disagreement. And most of the things that we can cause this disagreement is just ego. One of you just too egotistic. One of you just too pumped up, pompous. For calm down and say, you know what, for the sake of the picking, I'm going to allow you into my life. Or I'm going to allow you for the you and this picking now get a relationship. Just that. Not to anything, not to any difficult thing. Now just disagreement. Adult disagreements leading to the devastating end of their child or children. We don't see that a lot. And within they happen, you will see a flock of young boys and girls out there. No identity. Most of them going to prostitution. Most of them going to become drug addicts. Most of them, they're going to, they're struggling with serious mental health crisis. Most of them, they're struggling with identity issues. They don't know who they are, where they fit in, or what they are. They don't understand. All waiting them for get, waiting them for enjoy. You, the papa, you, the mama, don't take them away from the beginning. That ain't you and God down. I got to handle that. They may not judge you. I'm here to tell you that as a father, it is your responsibility for me present, irrespective of the relationship between you and the mommy. Fight for your pikin. They're worth it because you want a situation where you see that pikin tomorrow, pikin come out fine. You feel proud that you played a part in the life of that pikin for make it come out fine. How do you sleep at night? You don't abandon a pikin for 10, 15 years. You know dinner in life. The mommy don't struggle, that pikin don't come out fine. Don't go school, college, get a very good job. How do you sleep at night? For like you want to re-establish relationship with that pikin day. And then because of the pikin in love for you, they accept you. Because God pikin and papa, it's just inseparable. They grow up so they don't say papa not the day for them, but because of the papa want to re-establish relationship, they still come back, they crave for you, they go to you back. How do you go to bed and sleep at night that for the past 15 years you have abandoned your child? And now you want to be a part, you want to share the glory, you want to enjoy, share how the pikin come out. How do you reconcile that with yourself, with your conscience? So I speak to young boys now, because the one that we don't old. I go talk to you now for say, if you get your pikin, you don't abandon them. If you listen to the sound of my voice, try for reconcile the relationship with that pikin. I mean, now your responsibility. Now your responsibility. You get the other papa the way, then they, like I say, but they don't even know how to show love to them picking them. Then they like the know them present, but they not give them picking them no love, like zero love. They don't know how to express love to them picking them. All them picking them don't see, all them picking them don't experience. Now hurt, hate, anger. Now re-traumatization. That's all they know. That's all they've experienced. Why? Why? First of all, try for heal yourself. Why try for say, you know what I went through, I am not going to re-traumatize my children, my kids. I discussed with one of my producers on the show on this topic, and he asked a very salient question. Why do you think, what's the reason for why papa didn't behave the way they behave so? It's a salient question, and it's a valid question. And some of the reasons I can speak to, some I can't speak to. But instead of it correct time, any correct time and I beat time. Correction was basically harming the child. So as a result of that, they grew up with that kind of trauma. And for them, nine they sabi. And in reality, there is no rule book. There is no guide. There is no constitution which is for many people. Like, well, like I have a column. Like they need teach person for men picking. Like they know sir, you need to go to school for that. You just actually basically use your knowledge and your experience based on which you don't be informed by, either which you don't see, which you don't do, for do that to you picking them. And so as a result, now so you self they raise you picking. And so then self raise them picking it the same way. Is that excusable? To some extent. But I go argue, and one go argue the fact that it is your responsibility as a father for learn the best way for training Pekin, for making become successful. It's your responsibility as a father for learn, for show you Pekin love. Because love is something we God deposit in all of us. Since the day you were born into this world, there are certain qualities and characteristics and features that we God give you. A danger. Love, hate. Yes. For every of those things, it's like a yin yang. If you get love, hate the inside you when we are born into this world. Because actually we're all born sinners. So you come with those things that is dunya. Love, hate, right? You come with the five senses, of course, all these sights, feelings, and all that stuff. And then you also come with other features them we naturally you were born with. And so you just need to look deep inside of you for bring out and for identify, first of all, what love is, and bring them out and pass them on and share them to you picking them. So it is your responsibility as a father for dig deep, identify this thing called love, and bring them out. And so, excuse not it. There are no excuse for this. Even if you papa beat you when you small, you papa abandon you, you papa was absent in your life, you papa nobody show you love. Right? For example, me now, I just say for example, it not happens so to me. But not because of how my papa raised me, for make I can raise me begin in the same way. No. It's not justifiable in any way, shape, or form. Papa never tell me I saw them mean me. I saw me say they can't mean me picking. Why? If for be so, when at the wrong approach, we actually they re-traumatize that picking day. There are no excuses for that. And so, as fathers, right? Your responsibility is to be in the life of the child, irrespective of the situation, irrespective of irrespective of whatever happened. It is your responsibility to dig deep. It's your responsibility to find ways for be present, not only be a father with a provider, but also a father with the counsel, wise counsel, a father way they show love, a father way actually, you see, one thing where a lot of papa they not recognize, or perhaps then downplay. Now the fact that when you bring Pekin Kana this world, the Pekin can look up to the parents and so much for boy Pekin. For boy Pekin, because me not boy Pekin, I speak from boy Pekin's point of view. Boy Pekin, most boy Pekin them, I'm not saying all of them, but most boy Pekin, they always see them papa like the hero. Boy Pekin, they always seek validation from him papa. Boy Pekin one line papa look at what he did do and say they get words from him papa like good job. Words from him papa like I know you are my son. You are actually living my expectations. Or I am proud of you. Or keep working hard. Or correct and say no, do these things this way, do these things this way. Or having conversations like, yo, for being man not easy. This is the kind of society we find ourselves. But this and this and this and this life lessons. Boy picking they look forward for have those conversations with their fathers. If you not papa, if you call yourself papa, you're not daddy. You're not just a spam donor. You're not even dating you picking in life. You are a spam donor. You are worse than an infidel. You are not supposed to be called a man. If you not papa, delicate today, you born you picking. Boy picking, you deny of all these things. You are not supposed to be called a man. Yes. You are not supposed to be called a man. No excuse, not there. If you're alive, you're not mentally incapacitated, you're not in a prison. Excuse not there for make you absent yourself from a picking life. I like you and mommy, whatever it is. You go put your ego aside and say, do I beg me picking lad this year once a week or twice a week, safe. You go do that. Because you value the outcome of your picking than the present relationship with the wife or the woman. Furthermore, right, for the girl picking side, I said earlier, for girl picking, the first love are the papa. Then they see them papa, like, now they can teach her how for love. The way the party look at the girl picking, the way the party congratulate the girl picking, the way the party hug the girl picking. Yes, girl picking at that age, they feel it. If you present how you picking life, they will love to hug you. They will love to, yes, they want to feel that. At that age, they teach them. Say, this is how. And guess what? They learn from them papa how to be treated by a man. How to be treated right. That's the word. How to be treated right by a man. If that picking, that girl picking, not understand how to be treated right by a man, trust me, she's going to be treated wrongly by a pimp, a gangster, or some guy we know even aid from it. That is why they always go for bad boys. They always go for bad boys because love absent in the life. Love absent. You can be present father. You can be father with the provide, but you know the gain love. You know show you became love. So it's a combination of 1, be present. 2, be actively present. 3, provide. 4, love. The most important thing, love. Love, they make that picking they come out beautifully. And it takes time. It takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of devotion. Make time. Make time. Make time for your picking. I don't say it's not easy for do all of that, but make time. Once in a week, at least bare minimum, make time for your picking. Spend some time, talk with them, ask questions, and when I increase the bond. Excuse not there as a father. So I actually don't begin to talk about how can I do this? How can you as a father do this? 1, you can go to God. Pray to God and ask God for clarity. Because that's not the way God never do. That's not the way God never do. So go to God and ask God for clarity. Let God help you with how should I go about this thing called life. Secondly, clarity and strength. Secondly, read books about fatherhood. And watch. Just read books and observe. Spend a lot of time observe. And see exactly what thing you compare the way our papa then they do when they're picking and they go astray. And you realize, no, you make a change. And like I say, the home for be built in faith. The home for be built on the strong foundation of faith. If you're not Christian, good. If you're not Muslim, good. But the home has to be built on a strong foundation of faith. Because faith, they teach the picking of spiritual consequences. And once the picking begin to understand spiritual consequences, they go put some fear of God in them for do certain things. Because life consequences alone sometimes not can work. You get some picking that be very adventurous. Right? And so if you grounded in faith, and with God and help, it can work. It can make the picking and begin see and begin feel. So That's another way you can approach them as a papa. The other way as a papa way you can approach them is learn to hold conversations with your children. Boy picking or girl picking. Learn to hold conversations with them. Because that's the only way they can trust you. And when you hold conversations with them, please be mindful. Solomon, we get one bad habit. It's pervasive in our society, which is judging people. We get a very sick attitude of judging people. Everything with the judge people them. If you approach your Pekin from that perspective of judging him or her all the time when I get a conversation, it is stop for a conversation with you. And that's how you lose them. Keep an open mind. And not only keep an open mind, teach. Every opportunity is a teaching or learning opportunity you get. Whether you talk to somebody, whether you meet a person for the very first time or not, it's a teaching or a learning opportunity. So teach. Not for beat, not for rebuke, not for judge. Now for teach. Because when you teach, they better understand you. They better understand you and get a grasp of it. And as a man, not afraid commitment. Because commitment is part of what you're supposed to do. Now, your cardinal responsibility. As a man, you're supposed to provide and protect. That is your cardinal responsibility. A man's cardinal responsibility is to provide and to protect. And so, commitment, devotion and dedication should be part of you as a strong man. Any man out there will listen to me now that is not committed, not dedicated, and afraid for be there in the life of him picking them. You are not worthy to be called a man. That's what I say. You are not a man. You're not spam donor. You're not a man. So I'd appeal to me, young brothers and young bloods that already come up. If you listen to me, wherever you are, be mindful that the day you decide for become a father, the day you decide, say, are they born Pekin? Are they this Pekin with the men? And also sometimes women can be very corny about these things and can be very dishonest. Get the belly quietly, and then before you know it, they tell you be very deceptive. I understand. And then because of that, the anger in the man, they get back at him. He born this picture, the left hand, and one can they suffer. No, you actually that's not how you do it. That's not how you make the human suffer. That's not how. The Pekin of us suffer for the choices of adults. No. Unacceptable. That is why we are having this current situation. Now this country now. Massive young boys in the power. They're all on drug addicts. Not only kush. Take ecstasy, take, Molly, take all kind cocaine, take all kind drugs, harmful drugs, and you get it gal picking nowadays. No moral values, no strong moral values. Then just keep an open mind about everything. Taking drugs. Doing anything without any control. That is why we have in this output. It's garbage in, garbage out. Not to secrets. Now garbage in, garbage out. What you put now you pull now do. And so now we responsibility for unlearn all the things the way you don't sabi, where they don't teach you, what's in you papa, how your papa teach you how to be a man. Sometimes not be even there in your life. That means you can do the same thing for you Pekin. If you can re-traumatize you Pekin. No, that is not an excuse. I think it's our responsibility to fix it. Yes, God don't give you Pekin and like a blessing. Pekin and a blessing. Do you know how many parents married couple and they will not get Pekin? Then they cry for Pekin. They can do anything for Pekin. Do you know how many? Do you know how many? They look for picking. God give you 1, 2, 3. They fling them in the street. You depart then a bar to bar, club to club. They live irresponsible life. And I'm picking and they look at the past. Live irresponsible life. We got situations that will say, picking the day we, I don't call the person name. Last week, somebody called me. He called me. He say, Mulku. He say, guess what? He say, guess what I see? Now I say, what? He say, I see me papa will born me. Now I say, what do you mean? Because I was confused. I don't be understand. He say, Mulku, I see me papa will born me. He say, look me na me eye. He didn't say keke. He look me na me eye. I look at my eye. He not even flinch. He not blinking eye self. Now I say, sabi you. Now I say, why not? I'm born me. I know sabi me. I say, so you not be ever in your life? He say, no. Say, for me born, abandon them. That person was crying the whole time. The whole day they cry. The whole day they cry. Because in his eyes, they don't abandon them. The person we're supposed to forget in false love. Don't abandon them. Don't deny them. For waiting now. For waiting. I don't understand for waiting. You see how you don't traumatize that beginning life. Every day it crave for the presence of a father. Every single day it wants that thing. Even though papa not did it for years, the person they crave for him papa. And then he seen papa and that's called and papa this will born me. But the papa not even flinch, turn in neck and continue the conversation. Do you know how hard that is in this life? You as a papa, you consciously they make that decision. You get some situation they'll say, I understand. Some woman and they go born picking a street and can't get into the papa, say now you picking this. And the papa can convince say, this is not my son, or this is not my daughter. Not to me born them. They can be fully convinced. But the mommy can tower say, now you picking. Is that an excuse for abandoning Pekin? No. Yes, you can decide for left the mommy. Say, I not trust you. Even if you do DNA and prove, say no to your Pekin, I not trust you, I don't want you again. But this Pekin will give me so, I am going to take responsibility of it. There is nothing wrong with it. If the Pekin, in real papa and biological father, decide for step up and take responsibility, that's fine. That's a different conversation. But if a woman even give you Pekin when you born, there are no excuse for abandon that Pekin. That's what I say. Excuse not for abandon the Pekin. Because you are going to contribute to another statistics of Pekin where they go end up for take drugs, of Pekin where they go end up for end up in a jail, or they die, or end up in a remand. You are going to contribute to that statistics. When the Pekin perhaps instance you come and find out, oh, I'm a Pekin Nandi. How you to sleep on it? How you to go to bed? How you to tell yourself, say, I'm an honest person? So, the point why I try for make now is, we as men, we have no excuse for number one, be absent, now begin a life. Number two, not be a provider. And number three, not showering love and showing love to our children. I, as a papa, I try for do that. I'm not perfect, like I say, but I'm trying my best for make sure say a present and me picking a life. I don't want a situation where I me picking the pass. I look and I eye, and then I turn my face. I continue like say no to Indandi. I don't traumatize that picking for life. Why do I want to do that? What are they gain out of it? That's an extremely selfish man. An extremely selfish, heartless man. Now they don't get that ability for act the way they act so. And so, my part in the conversation to you now, as men, I've said it all, but as I round up, as men, please please, let we put an end to increasing the statistics, right? Of picking away they take drugs, or picking away they end up in a man, end up in a prison. And how can we do that? Do your own part and let the rest give God. I'm not saying like I say, I need to tell you for many picking. Or like I say, I need to tell you see, if you do all what I say, so you get a perfect child. No, no child is perfect. No child. We don't get picking away, then get all the at least so they still come about. At least you did your own part and the choice was theirs, not yours. Not your responsibility anymore. You try to absolve yourself from that responsibility by doing your own part. What have you done? How much have you done that? Should be your question every day. How much have I been a father to my children? How much? How much have I been a present father? How much I don't show them love? How much I talk to my kids? How much I actually open up to them? How much I actually tell them stories? How much I spend time with them? That's on you. That is only you. You can only be responsible for that. Nobody else. Nobody else. And so I insist that as fathers, please, as fathers, let we step up. We can do better. I know, me na papa, me na man, I know the struggles men go through. We go through unspoken challenges. We go through tough times. We go through, traumatic experiences. Things are way hard. We not get room for discuss those things. We not get avenue for talk about those things. I understand. I'm a man. I know. But that not excuse we for being present as a father. It does not. Even if you not get money, even if you not get that what it takes for support the picking, be present. Make an effort. And I'm going to make you become a real man. This habit, this pattern, for the man in the doing bone, they abandon the picking, it will stop. This nonsense will stop. It's too much. It's too much. It's a pattern now. This nonsense will stop. It will really stop. You are not a sperm donor. A father, a real father, a true father, not a sperm donor. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond doing that. And you have to be present, because whatever you bring into this world, that seed we bring into this world, be there. And make you responsible, Papa. So we owe it to ourselves. And we for the get this kind of conversation in rooms. We for the get this kind of conversations in small circles. We for the get this kind of conversation in churches, in mosques. We for the get this kind of conversations in social gatherings, social environment. Let we talk. But the unnegotiated and what's non-negotiable, well, unnegotiated is not the word, but what's non-negotiable, now the fact that your presence, your love in the life of that child is non-negotiable. And that is how you figure out a way for solve or for bridge the gap between you and your mama. That's on you. That's you. That's not you talked about it. Figure it out. But we have to be present fathers. Please, at the round up with this. I am trying. I'm not perfect. And I want you as well for try. I want you as well. You really listen to me, you know, if you try. If you do your best for make sure say you're present at your beginning life. Do your best. Make sure say you're not only present, but you show you beginning love. Dig deep. Search. You must get them. How you do them, that's up to you. Entirely up to you. But dig deep, search, establish relationship with you picking them, and see exactly how that relationship they can grow and blossom into something bigger and better. We're gonna make that picking life be successful. You will be proud of your picking one day when they say, this is my seed and this is my offspring, and I'm a beloved child. This. Now that's I for see about this topic. And maybe sometimes down the road, go bring another man, from your own perspective, because we will find out a conversation about this. And it will be an interview. It will be like a conversation, more like a podcast conversation, so that I will understand the minds of other men. And perhaps we say I miss, then self go share, and we will bounce ideas together and see what we can do to really help Monday at this country we dey for when born picking, they abandon the picking, no the daddy. If you even dey safe, you dey beat the picking, treat am, mistreat am, maltreat am because of the mommy we dey with, the mama we dey with, step mama, no like am, or because of you don't want that, or because of situation. No excuse. All of that is non-negotiable. I've been your host, Mulku Sulaiman Bangura. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the show. And I hope say you get something for takeaway from the show. I hope say you don't listen to the sound of my voice, and I hope you consider some of the things I've said and try for do the right thing and be there for you picking them. Until next week, thank you so much to my team. Thank you to the production team, and thank you to the management of Epic Radio.